Okay guys, I want to show you something here that hopefully is going to make your day, your weekend, preparing for your weekends, I should say, a little bit easier. As you know, when we made the switch over from Class to ActiveNet last year, we lost the ability to print out automated facility reservation notices that we post at all of our shelters. And we've been kind of using a manual method since we made the transition. All right, so we found a method that hopefully will be able to make your job a little bit easier with this, but it's going to take a couple steps, and I just kind of want to show it to you. It's not hard, but I want you to pay attention to what I've got here. So you're in class, and of course you clicked on reports. That brings you to this screen. Over to the left here, reservation reports. I want to drop this down, and it will bring up this selection box here. What I want to select is calendar daily. Okay, so bring up calendar daily, and first thing you're going to do is you want to select the days in which you are going to be looking for your reservations. Now, the reservations, obviously most of them are on weekends, so I'm going to select Saturday and Sunday. Now, it's very possible that you could have reservations during the week, so I'll talk about that here in just a little bit. Okay, so you want to scroll down to, I would highly recommend that you don't pull by your entire region or by your entire district. And the reason for that is you're going to get ball fields, tennis courts, anything that's reserved where you may not post those reservation notices. You're going to get a lot of stuff in your report. So I would take that out. What I would do is I would select each by facility. I'm going to sort by facility. And so I click the little facility box there. And for some reason it's been a little slow, but once you click the facility box, it'll bring you up a search box where you can search for each individual facility. And for some reason this is going really slow. I'm going to close that, and I'm going to try again, see if that works a little bit faster. Yep, there we go. So I'm going to search, and I'm going to say Hornet's Nest. I'm going to just type in WO Horn, and it'll bring me up all the facilities within Hornet's Nest Park. All right, so I'm going to expand this so you can see them all. And so I want to go through and I'm going to grab all of my shelters that I know are reservable. So I'm going to take Pavilion 1, shelters 3 through 8, 7, and 8, and I also want to get the barn, which is the indoor shelter. I got those. All right, once I've got all those, I'll scroll to the bottom, and I'm going to hit Add Selected, All Selected, and then I'm going to click Done. Now, as you can see, that populated all of those facilities in this box. Now, I want to scroll down, and there are a couple things that you've got to change here. Now, this is important because you don't want a multi-page report for each one of these shelters. You just want one page. So what we need to do is we need to change the time intervals from 30 minutes to 1 hour intervals. Okay, that'll help make the report a little bit shorter and a one-pager. And then we also want to look at the output type, and we want to change that from its default, which is Adobe Acrobat Reader, to Microsoft Excel. All right, now once you've done that, just hit Run Report, and it's going to take a second here. It's going to pop up a dialog box, more than likely asking me if I want to save or if I want to open it. Now I want to open it so I can see it readily here on my screen. And what you're going to get is this right here, guys. This report is going to pop up, and it basically shows you Hornet's Nest Park, indoor shelter, barn, and Hornet's Nest on the date, and it shows you the event name, family gathering, shows you from what time to what time, and then it also shows you the person's name, the permit number. Now, here's some information that it does show that we don't want it to show. It shows the person's contact information. We do not want to post that out at our park locations where the general public can get to it. So this is where a little bit of work is going to come in from each of you. So basically, you're just going to click on those things and you're going to delete them. Okay, you're going to delete that off of your report. No big deal. That one's gone. All right. So scroll down to the next page. You'll see the next reservation. We need to just simply delete those. Delete them off. All right. And you go through the entire report and do that for each of the reports. All right. Now, I'm not going to do that for the training purposes right now, but I also would recommend that you take and go up here to page layout. Right here it says page layout. You want to change the orientation of this from portrait to landscape. And the reason for that is if you left it at portrait, you see this perforated line here, that basically shows you the size of your page. Okay, so you want to make sure you change that from portrait to landscape, otherwise it probably would cut off this last column here. All right, so now if we did and go over to print, you see where you click print here, this is going to print each individual page just like this. You see the family gathering, you see the customer's name, you see the report, the reservation number. This is all in the time they start, time that they finish. This is all we need to have posted at our locations. Okay. Now, one cool little step that I'm going to have my guys do in the north is I'm going to have these guys insert the Park and Recreation logo, and you can simply do that by going here to insert, and you want to go to pictures and scroll over to where you know your Park and Rec logo. I know where I got mine saved in my H drive, so I'm going to go click here real quick. I'm going to take myself to it. It's on the logos. I got a logos folder. Okay, and the Park and Rec black and white logo. Okay, so where did my logo go? There it is. So I want to take it and I'm going to shrink it down, and I'm going to grab it and I'm going to move it. I'm going to drag it back up to my first page, and I'll resize it and just kind of drop it in there pretty much anywhere on the page. Anywhere on that page you can put it there, and just to give the report a professional look, so that we know it's Park and Recreation, or Park and Recreation report. Now you can take that same report and you right click on it and you can copy it, scroll down to your next page, and you can pretty much right click again and put paste, and you paste the logo onto each page of the entire report. So makes it really easy. No big deal. Paste it there. Remember, very important to remove this information off of your report. You do not want customers' information floating out in space out there. So, all right, guys, that's how you do it. And once you do that, if you go and if you click print, you see what your report will look like, and you see how that will display. Look really neat. That could save you the trouble of having to write all these things out each weekend. You guys got any questions? You can give me a call. Okay, guys, now that I've shown you how to pull these reservation notices and that you'll be able to post out at your facilities, I want to kind of show you how to set these things up so that they come to you on a recurring basis, so you don't have to sit down and do these each day. Very similar, well, same actually, as your daily reports that's telling you what's going on in your parks. So you want to go to reports. We're going to click on reports here, and then we're going to go to reservation reports, and then we're going to click on again calendar daily, and remember to set your reports up for the specific locations that you want them sent to. I recommended that you didn't do the entire region because then you're going to get all your softballs and your tennis court reservations and things like that. So you want to go to your facility, and you want to, now remember, I put in the last video, I put in just hornet's nest in my search. And I took all of those places at hornet's nest that I wanted to know, and I added those to that one report. Now I want to make sure you guys understand you can add as many facilities as you want into one report so that you're not getting multiple emails with these things. You don't have to set up multiple, you don't have to set up different things for your report to be sent to you. So I want to go ahead and add hornet's nest there. So let's do this. I'm going to add hornet's nest, and I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to add Nevin. Add Nevin Park, and at Nevin Park, I want Nevin Park. I want shelter number 1. Is this reservable? Nothing else there really interests me as far as this report. And I'm going to add it, and then I'm going to be done. And then I'd like to add Reedy. And Reedy is in here. And I want all the shelters. Okay, I came up with freedom on there, but all right. So Reedy, I want the outdoor large 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I want 4. I want 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. All right, I'm going to add all those, and then I'm going to click done. Now remember, you got to go down and scroll, and you want to make sure you do them in hour increments. And that, like I said again, just make sure that you don't get outside of one page for each. And then you want to change this to Microsoft Excel. Now here's the difference in actually just running the report and then saving in the report title so that you can get it sent to you. You're going to give it a name, report title, Chris's Reservation, I'm going to abbreviate Notices. That's what I'm going to name it. And then I'm going to save that. All right. Now, when you save it, it goes into this little queue here. The way that you get back to this, I'm going to go back out. And the way you find this, if you wanted to alter something, is you go right here to Recall Schedule. And then you would find your report here. Now, to alter the report itself, you would click on this, and it would take you back out to the parameters for which you set. You see all of the facilities that you requested there, and all the stuff here that's changed. So in setting up the report, you actually have to set up the times and days that you want to receive this. So what you're going to do is you're going to go here to click Edit. You're going to click on Edit, and you're just going to, without explanation, I'm going to tell you, just need to click these 2 boxes right here. Okay, just click those. And the from date, you want to start it today. And I always just like to go through the end of the year. So go to the end. Well, you know what? You can go all the way out to June 30th of next fiscal year. End of next fiscal year. June 30th, 16. The weeks of the month, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You want to do that. And what days of the week do you want this to send to you? Now, obviously, most of our reservations occur in our parks on Saturdays and Sundays, but occasionally you do get the Monday through Friday reservation. So what I would suggest is you just get the report every day. And, you know, if there's nothing there, it won't send you a report. If there's nothing in the reservation for any of the facilities, no report will be generated for you. So, or in worst case scenario, if it does send you something that you say, okay, I don't need to post that, just delete it. It's just an email. Then you tell it what time you want the report to come to you. So I'm going to say 7 a.m. for my reports. I like to kind of get it as my day is getting started. 7 a.m. for all these days. And 7 a.m. All right, now for whatever reason, if you wanted to add a second report, just add another report on that same day, and you can add it there, but I'm not going to do that. All right, you're going to go down here. You want to send the email confirmation. If that box is not checked, you should check it. And then you want to say it comes from Mecklenburg County Park and Recreation. Do not reply. Now, who do I want this report to go to? I want this report to go to chris.hunter@mecklenburgcounty.nc.gov. And if you want it to go to any other staff, if you want it to go to some of your MOTs or MOAs, you can simply just hit return and type in who else you want this report to go to. So I'm going to send one to Jared Mull, Jared.Mull at Mecklenburg County. Spelling problem here. County nc.gov. And I'm going to go ahead and you can do as many people there as you want. Subject of the text, I want it to go reservation report. This is just so that you know what's coming to you in your email. You know, we get a lot of emails, and sometimes you look in the subject, and if you don't recognize it, you might overlook it. So you just want to put reservation report, and then any text body text for anything you want to say to yourself. Not necessary. I just put FYI. Now you scroll down, schedule to FTP. We can skip that box. Nothing to do there. And we want to click on override. Now this is very important right here. This part is very important. I always like to I'm going to put 2 days. This report goes from 0 days before running report day to, I want to go 2 days after running report day. So that means that the report, which I'm recording this on September 3rd, if this report was generated today, it's going to go 2 days after today. So it's going to pick up tomorrow's reservations and then Saturday's reservations. So it will send you reports for the next day and the day after, or however many days you put here. So be sure to click in however many days after the report is generated, how many days you want after. The default will be before. You need to click after. Once you've done that, you click save, and there she goes. She's in there. So now your report should be generated to be sent to you each day if there is a reservation at the facilities for which you've selected. Again, if you have any questions, you guys can give me a call. I'll be glad to try and walk you through it.